Welcome, sports fans, to Week 2's installment of the Fantasy Report. I'm your host this evening, Butch Deadlift. Well, let's get to that scoreboard and see how the teams fared in week number 2. In Conference A, the Soccer Freaks moved to 2-0 as they defeated the Hormel Spammers 109-80. Freak GM David Weigel said, "It's tough to respect your dad as a fantasy guru when you embarrass him without even submitting a lineup." Spammer coach Brian Weigel was overheard asking, "When do we play that bye team again?" Merciless Murdochs strike again as they down the Coco Nono Express 87-73. Coco Nono Express owner Cody Parman is looking for any excuse to describe his horrid start, including saying he got the name switched on the sheets after draft night. For shame, for shame. The Idjit Galoots take down the Incredibles 96-69. When asked if she felt confident her team would bounce back this week, Idjit coach Cindy Powell said, "Absolutely. We were so intimidating my opponent couldn't even show her face at church before the games." SEAL Team 6 knocks off Soundwave's Cassettes 110-81. And in your face, Jim, Cody Williams yelled, "My mom drafted my team. Who drafted yours?" Wait, I drafted his team. Which means we both got beat by a girl, a wife, and a mom. The triple threat. In Conference B, Red Alert sounds off and beats Max Mega Men 92-80. Red Alert owner Eric Hilling said, "I just couldn't start out like someone else I know." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Blue and Maize squeaks by the Justice League 94-93. When asked who's to blame for the 0-2 start, Justice League coach Cody Hilling said, "Just us." See, just us. Justice League. Scarlet and Gray move on to 2-0 as they defeated Rudy's gang 85-84. S&G GM Nick Dye said that he was glad that when Peyton Manning was able to complete passes to his own team that they went to Thomas instead of Tammy. Rudy's owner Steve Stanwyck, not so much. Showtimers showed what dominance means, kinda, as they downed the Raiders 78-74. Raiders coach Dave Bumgard, yes, yet another shameless shout-out, gave his interpretation of the definition of dominance in response to Showtimers GM Brian Mowry's post on the league message board earlier this week. Coach Bumgard said, "Well, apparently it means to barely score above the week's lowest score and win by a narrow 4-point margin." To which GM Mowry replied, "You scored 4 points less." In Conference C, Kimster's squad moves to 2-0 as they win the tiebreaker over the II Buckeyes 112-112. Squad owner Kim Job said, "You know, this fantasy stuff seems to be easy. I wonder what John's problem is." Best Brants cuts down the Lawn Stripers 80-72. Brants coach Sarah Ferris said, "I love the smell of fresh cut grass." A confused Stripers GM Steve Ferris also yelled, "Me too." The Stuttering Stanleys beat Vandalay Industries 119-87. Stanley's owner Stefan Del Ramich said, "Wow, he's a lot easier to defeat than his wife." Dancing Dominators make it 2-0 and join the other women at the top of their conference as they defeat the Urban Buckeye 84-80. Urban Buckeye coach Mike Barnhouse said, "They danced around us, through us, and over us, like the whole thing was choreographed. We didn't even hear the song." Well, folks, Team of the Week honors goes to Stefan Del Ramich and the Stuttering Stanleys. They scored 119 points in Week 2. GM Del Ramich said, "Not too shabby for a guy who doesn't have a TV. Or a house, or food, but hey, it's a starting point." Well, remember folks, there's a Thursday night game this week. It's the Giants versus the Panthers, so make sure you get those players in before the game starts. Well, that wraps it up for this week. Tune in again for next week's report, and remember, there is no antidote for the triple threat. Thank you, and good night.